Good evening, everyone. Matt here, doing something a little bit different with everything with the coronavirus and everything going on. We're going to do a little venison cooking video tonight. I know it's not offshore stuff, but it's should be a good video nonetheless. We got some ground venison here, and I know just that I'd wash my hands, but I want to point out first thing that you should have done, and I've washed my hand like 5 or 6 times, but I've washed my hands. But yeah, that's with everything, the hysteria and everything. But keep washing your hands. Good to go. And I'm probably going to have to do it several times. But I got my ground venison. Recipe calls for some bacon that I set out. I got my seasoning. Anyways, just wash my hands, and we're going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce on this ground venison. And we're going to put some onion. Alright, we're just going to coat it, because what we're going to do is mix it all in. We're about to have some help in a minute. And now with the pepper, I'm going to do what I think is about a tablespoon and a half. A little bit of salt, and then a little bit of Italian seasoning. Kind of douse it up real good, and then we're going to mix that here on this parchment paper. One thing I want to know about this meat: this is about 2 pounds, so we probably will have enough, more than enough. Probably actually have extra. We're just going to try to mix all this up, and I'll probably put a little bit more Worcestershire sauce in it. All right, we're going to rinse my hands again. Yeah, you go wash your hands too. Go in the bathroom, wash your hands. Wash them again. That's it. Lots of help. All right. Put a little bit more Worcestershire sauce there. We're just going to sit here and mix it up. What I've already done is on another piece of parchment paper. Alright, buddy, don't touch this, okay? I went ahead and put some... Now, I'm grabbing what I think is half in my hand and just sizing up, which is about that. I'm coming over here to some bacon. I'm sorry for the shadow. But we're just going to kind of press this ground venison out amongst this bacon. And the dish we're making is called... It says double wrapped bacon venison roll, so we'll see how it goes. But like I said, I might put another little bit of onion with it, so I need to rinse my hands again. Alright, we're going to put a little bit more onion with it, because I like onion, a little bit more onion. Now, the recipe also called for an actual small yellow onion, but we're just doing some of that McCormick's season. And then next we're going to take a cup of cheese. Now I'm just using mozzarella because that's all I had that was shredded. It'd probably be really good with something like a provolone or a cheddar. Now this extra bacon up here I'm going to move over to my cutting board. This here. Alright, now what we're going to do is try to roll this bad boy with the paper. And I might need to get a piece of, get some scissors and square that up. Clean that up. We're going to try to roll this. Get it started. Come on, bacon. And what I'm going to just try to do is roll it like a pumpkin roll, so to speak. Sorry, in the shadow, and I missed. And we're going to bring it on around until the bacon's there. And then we're going to get some toothpicks and shove some toothpicks in to try to keep it together. Now, one of the things you're going to find is this thing is going to be very limp and limber. That's going to be tough to pick it up here in a minute. And it's going to try to fall apart. So basically what these toothpicks are going to do is just hold through to the bacon. Now, it also, in the original recipe, called for on a grill. It's raining outside right now, so what we're going to attempt is this Ninja Foodie, and I have not cooked on it yet, so my wife will probably be happy that I'm doing it. And let's rinse our hands, or wash our hands again. And we're going to get this bad boy ready. There's a rack that we're going to set this roll in. I'm going to pull out. Alright, so I got this thing on the basket here. We're going to set it in like so. And just made sure with the wife that we didn't get any oil in the bottom of it since it's on the rack. I'm just going to do a bacon roast, and we're going to let it cook a little bit. I'm going to keep checking on this bad boy. And when it looks like it gets done, I'm going to set it on air crisp. But I'm going to do bacon roast at 375. And it's going to do 15 minutes. I don't think 15 minutes is quite enough, but we'll see. We'll keep checking on it, and we'll go from there. I'll keep you guys posted. Waiting for the mics to come on. For sides, what I got for the kids are just some tater tots. And then, get up here, just some tater tots. And then for the sides, the wife and I are going to have these Brussels sprouts that I'm just going to nuke, and then we're going to put the tots up here and put in the oven. Alright, we're going to take a quick peek at it. It looks like it's crisping up. Actually, it looks like it's crisping up pretty good. We'll keep it going for like 5 minutes left, and see what it looks like then. We might have to let it do the air crisper a little bit long to get that bacon to glaze over. Alright, we checked it a little bit ago. I don't know if you got it, but in the meantime, we're doing some cleanup. Got my cutting board here. We're going to take a look at this thing. It's looking pretty good. I might want to just crisp it a little bit longer. I'm going to I'm going to come here to air crisp. And we're not going to let it sit for that 20 minutes. We're just going to let it go for a couple minutes. I'm going to find a meat thermometer. And we'll check it here. Check the internal temperature. Right, we just got done checking this thing out. Temperature's probably back down. It was at about up here, I'm sorry. It was at about 145. Obviously, it's back down to 0. Don't forget to wash your meat probe as well. And I went ahead and got the knife out and got it sharpened and washed, so when we pull this thing out, we'll cut into it, see how it looks. Alright, we let it cook it down with air crisper for about 5.5 minutes, and it looks like it's crisped up the bacon quite a bit. So let's put this probe back in here. And see how it's doing. It's crisping up the bacon pretty well. However, this meat thermometer there doesn't look like it's quite done. It's just now pushing 150, which according to that, that's rare beef. So we're going to rinse this off. I'm going to change the setting back to roast. And hopefully that goes. I might have to do the pressure cook to get the inside to go. We'll see. I'll be right back at you. Alright, well that's what it looks like in the pot. I was afraid I'm going to overcook the outside right now. We're going to pull it out. I don't know if I'm looking at that little bit of grease. It's just the cheese coagulating. Don't know. I'm going to pull it out and see. We're going to cut it open and see what it looks like. If I can find another oven mitt. Grab a hold of that basket. Now the other thing we could do is put a little water and put this steamer pot portion on and steam it for, or pressure cook it for a little bit if we're not sure that the inside is quite done. Put that hot thing down. Nope. Turn it off too. It's probably stuck like gooey cheese coming out. I'm afraid this thing's hot. All right. Get a fork. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty good. Looks like we got a little bit of pink right there. So what I probably need to do is roll it and put it back in. Yeah, see, it doesn't look quite done on the bottom. I should have rolled it. So we're going to put it back on. Let's see how hot this thing is. It's not bad. We're going to get this guy back up here. Roll this thing upside down. And you're going to come apart, aren't you? This thing upside down. Get this little piece. And we're going to put it back in for about 5 minutes on the bottom side, because there's still, it's not bad. It's just a little pink there. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. So we're going to pick this back up. Not get burned. We'll put it on air crisp. Actually, we'll do roast, because I guess the fan is right here on top. I'm sorry that it's injecting the heat down on top of it. So probably what I should have done a little bit ago was roll it halfway through, and it would have had a better even cook. So let me clean this board up, and we'll be right with you. All right, let's make sure we're on. We're going on 4.5 minutes. And that's what we're looking like now. It looks a lot better in my opinion. So we're going to try to get this basket out. I wish I had a good holder. Maybe some of you entrepreneurs out there probably market something, or there's probably something out there that I don't know. All right, you can stop. Machine cut back on. I hit the wrong button. All right, we're going to sit there and let that rest, but as you can see on these pieces, they're cooked pretty good, and the bacon looks a lot cooked down on the top too. So we're just going to cut into it right here. And it doesn't look bad. Looks pretty good. So maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'm just rushing. I'm hungry. I'll cut this in piece right here. Well, that one's definitely done. We're going to put this one back in just a few more minutes, and we'll serve it up in a minute. All right, and there you have it. Sorry, I don't have really good time on the Ninja. I just had to keep looking at it. It's kind of trial and error because I'm doing something a little bit different. But that was my round with the bacon cheeseburger roll. And instead of hamburger, we used deer meat, venison. So it's another alternative than doing whatever everybody else does with their venison. So there it is. And got any questions, let me know, and I'll see if I can do the rest of answering them. And with that, if you could, like this page so you can share it for those that have not used the Ninja. And also, I hope everyone has a blessed night, and hopefully that the events that are going on in the country and the world today will, I know, eventually pass, and everybody is in our hearts and prayers. With that, have a good night, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.